Okay, in this video, we're going to talk about protection magic and protection techniques and different ways we can apply protection into our environment. So, first we have to understand that this type of magic comes in three forms or three ways. You need like a trinity for things to connect. So, you're going to need a physical aspect, you're going to need an inner physical self, an emotion or a thought construct, and then you're going to need an intention. And so, how this builds up is, say your intention is you want to purify and cleanse the space. That'll be our first intention. So what we're going to do is we're going to close our eyes, and we're going to see in our mind's eye, in our imagination space, the environment that we're in. We're going to envision as many details of the space as we can, be as detailed specific as you can be. And in that space, I want you to start to put the intention out that we're going to cleanse and clear this space. And that's the intention, is as you look through this environment, through this space that you're imagining and envisioning inside of your mind, your intention is cleansing and clearing this space. And so now you're going to have the emotional connection or the thought connection. And you want to find either an emotional elation connection, like joy or happiness or love. Find like that love self that we can talk about in another video. And then bring that forth, that love energy attached to the intention. So have all the love for the space that you want to cleanse and clear it up and like make it pure and happy and like refine it all the way. And then, or if you're more thought construct based, then have that thought structure of how you're going to cleanse the space or why you're going to cleanse the space. Is like, I want to cleanse this up so I can release all the negativity or all the stagnant energy. Be specific about like what you want it to do, because in the thought realm it's all about the word specifics, versus in the heart space it's all about just like love in general. So it's a little bit more vague that it's love because it blankets everything, where thoughts can be very specific. It's male versus female energy. Male is very specific energy. So look into the space and like see that intention that you want to cleanse and clear it, and then with your mind say words like, I want to harmonize the space. I want to release it of any stagnant energies or any thought buildups. I want to just purify the energy that's here and allow it to become more moving and harmonious and flow with itself and its greater purpose. And then the last part is like the actual action of it. So you could either like clean the space up, like by just tidying it up. Moving things around signifies change. You can see you're seeing it in your mind's eye, saying those out loud. So you have the speaking part or the doing part, both tied in together to make it stronger. So like the more things you can tie into the magic, the stronger it's going to become. So just like cleaning up your space and tidying it up and finding like those dust bunnies under the bed, because like they're manifested dust bunnies that you're like scooping out. Come on, dust bunnies, it's time to get out. And then you're cleaning and clearing out that space too by reorganizing and shifting it around. The space is now different, and it's a completely different space than it was before, because now it has that spell up, and that spell itself is different, and the difference is manifested through like the change in the space. Even a cleanliness is a change in the space. Moving up things all the way around or shifting furniture is a greater change in the space. And then you have that envisionment in your mind and the intention. So you're going to envision the space, and the intention is to clean the space. You're going to attach like your love energy to that you're like cleansing the space and you're loving the space with that pure love. And then you're going to attach your thought construct to it. It is like these are the items, or this is what I want specifically to be cleaned. And then that's going to attach like the magics to it. Then you're going to do something in the space, and you're going to cleanse it up. So that's how it works for any type of real magics. You're going to need like the intention, you're going to need an emotion or an energy from yourself to create it, to attach it to give it that energy boost. And then you're going to need the physical action as the manifestation to help facilitate that. So as we go through any type of magic, just keep all of that in mind, that intention first, then we're going to find an energy from within ourselves to attach to that intention, and then we're going to have a manifestation action to symbolize that occurrence. And we're going to visualize all of this in our mind eye the whole time. So as we're cleaning and as we're doing stuff in our space, we're envisioning the cleansing and clearing, and any type of darkness or negativity or stagnation or unwantedness that you come across, that's going to be that symbolism as you're moving it, cleansing it, reorganizing it. That's going to be the symbolizing different levels of disharmonies that you're reharmonizing. So in our previous video, we talked about sovereignty. Once you establish sovereignty of the space is now yours to control. Like, you're the deity of that space and that realm. It's yours, and under your guidership, leadership, guardianship, it's your responsibility all the way. So you want to like close up your space. So you want to close your mind, meditate, envision all of your spaces, like the whole house. You can start with the property, you can start outer and then work inner to very more specific. But like, seal off the property boundaries and then envision like a golden shield or a white light or a thick mist, or be as creative as you can. So like for me, like I like the mist because as energies go through the mist, the mist is like burning through their negativity, and the deeper they go into this mist, the more negativity that gets purified through, because they're literally walking through this white light. And then you can have the barriers and the boundaries, and that's like you walk through shades, and it's like a night and day difference type of shade. So be creative in your imaginings, and then also specific in your words. I only allow beings of pure intent, of harmonious growth, and who are on my best interest and aligned with my soul path into my space. And any beings who are not are disallowed into my space. So any negative beings or beings who have self-interest and at heart are no longer welcome in my space. And then any, like, people can still come physically, but my attachments that are like that are going to get blown off by your barrier. So I'm going to walk in and be like, whoa, now I'm suddenly like more joyous from being in your space. It's because your energy barriers blew off that attachment, and it raising my vibrations myself in order to like get to your space. So if you, the opposite is like you have no barriers, and I get to your space, then you are going to feed me. And I'm going to like go through your specific energy to like rise myself up. So it's better to go through your barriers and your wards that you've erected, and then bring those in. So go from your property lines to like your doorway, and do some like doorway cleansing and doorway barriers, like windows, all doorways. Salt's a good symbolism for blocking energies or purifying and cleansing energies. And so you can sprinkle salt down as like that manifestation, and say like no negativity or ill intent beings or thought constructs are welcome beyond these barriers. Only people of pure will and pure intent and of harmony are allowed through these into this house. And then inside the house, purify each room and cleanse it out of any kind of negativity and dust bunnies that are hiding in the carpets and underneath the rugs and stuff. It all exists. Get your carpets like deep cleaned, like whatever it takes. Like get that deeper cleaning out and bring out those negativities. And kick them out of your space, because you cleansed it out and said nobody else is allowed in here, but you still have the things that are inside that have to be addressed. And so we can cleanse out each room and each individual function in the space, and then align it to what its set purpose is. If it's a bedroom, align it to like solid sleep and promotion in a calm and purity. If it's an activity room, set the intention that's going to become like harmonious, joyous activities, promote like unity and harmony, togetherness, things of that nature. So that way when you're working in those spaces and you're in that creative space and you're trying to do your art or your creation, you have that inspiration that's already programmed into the space that's just kind of flowing through you and coming to you. And then you'll hop into it and be like, wow, I feel really good. Like all of a sudden I have this spontaneous level of creativity that I didn't have before. And that's from the programming that goes into the space. So it can be tedious and it has to be consistent. So doing it one time, it's effective, but it's not enough, because you only invest that much energy into it. The more you do it, the more energy that gets invested into it, and the stronger it overall becomes. Like to the point where like the energies will just keep their human beings away from you, because like they can't come into the space without becoming blown off. And they're just like, all right, well, we just won't go over there. We can't, if we want to hang out with you, like come on out. We'll pull you out of your space and out of that comfort space, so that way you're exposed to like a neutral or the environment where we can be comfortable in our space too and connect. And you'll start to see that as you grow. So that's your energy spaces. take that and apply it to the inward self, and I'll do another video on the inward self because it's very similar. So, but that's going to be all for today. So we're going to reflect real quick, wrap up. Intention, what do you want to do? Cleanse and purify and clean the space. Guard, like shields, whatever. Be specific about it to like as creative as you can become. And as you have like, oh, also this, put that in there. Close your eyes, open up your mind eye, connect to the space and say, oh, I am Brandon Conrad, owner of the space. I command that all entities and beings who enter this space purify themselves and rise to my highest light. And so any beings that come into that space have to follow that command because I say it so intention, imagination, emotion, and then action. Do something in the space. Go cleanse something, clean it up. Even just like my first thing, cleansing it. Get your sage out, get your Palo Santo out, go around and cleanse the space, and that can itself symbolize putting up your ward. It doesn't have to be super involved. It can be very simple, but the more involved it is, the more complex it's going to become the end result. So be mindful of that too. All right. Well, have a great day, guys.